Welcome back to Mac Talks Football, and it's match day 12 in the Bundesliga. So let's go ahead and make our predictions. Quite a couple of exciting games at this weekend, especially at the bottom of the table, more than at the top of the table. So it's going to be quite interesting. So let's start. In the first game, it is St. Pauli versus Holstein. It is 16th versus 17th. It is such an important game for both these teams. I mean, how close both of them are. They are in the relegation zone. Both of them are like the two teams that came up from Bundesliga too. So it is such an important game for both of them. St. Pauli, they have they won just once in their last 5 games. Holstein themselves, both of them have just won once in their last 5 games. So it's a very important game for them. Holstein, they are they have a 3-point gap over St. Pauli have a 3-point gap over Holstein. So if they can get the win, they can increase that gap between them and the other two at the bottom of the table, and they can sort of get maybe get out of that 16th place and get out of that relegation places as well. Such a big game at such an early stage of this season. So I think it will be very interesting to see how this game comes up. I'm expecting quite a close game, but I think it is going to be St. Pauli that are going to get the win. Holstein, even though they have won once, I have just not I've just not been impressed with them as compared to St. Pauli. I think St. Pauli are a better side. They have had a better season, even though they have just won twice in the 11 games. But I still think they have played much better football as compared to Holstein, and I think they are going to edge it in this game as well. I'm going for a 2-1 win for St. Pauli. The next game is Union Berlin versus Bayer Leverkusen. It is 10th versus 6th. Now UB, they are not in a really good form at the moment. Just 1 wins in their last 5 games, and that was like 4 weeks ago. So they are coming in this game with not a good momentum behind them. They are playing against a Leverkusen side who are undefeated in their 5 games, but 3 of them were draws. In fact, last week after the international break was their first win in over 4 weeks. So they are coming on the back of a win, but they themselves are not really in a good form to per se to coming into this game. So I think it will be a very close game. And Leverkusen this season have been sort of one of those teams where you are really they are playing really good, but they are not able to get the results that they want. And I think this could be one of those games where UB could pull up a shock. They might not win that game, but they they might cause Leverkusen to drop the points. And I think this could really happen, especially Union Berlin. It is their home ground as well. And as I said, Leverkusen have been really hit and miss this season, and this could be one of those games where they again go ahead and drop points. And I'm going with that as well. I'm going for a 1-1 draw between UB and Bayer Leverkusen. Moving on to the next game, it is Augsburg versus Bochum. It is 14th versus 18th. Augsburg, they have just won 1 win once in their last 5 games. They have lost twice as well. They lost last weekend as well, and the season has not panned out as well as they would have hoped up until now. They but if you look at their position a couple of weeks back, they were in the relegation zone. So I would be a lot happy that they are not in the relegation zone at the moment. They are playing against a Bochum side who are still winless after 11 games in the league. They have just 2 points on the table, 2 draws, and it is not a good season. Not has been a good season for Bochum. Forget about it being a good season. It has been a disastrous season for Bochum, if I'm being very honest with you. Like I just said, just 2 draws out of the 11 games and 9 defeats, and unfortunately for them, I think it is gonna continue. Augsburg, this is their best chance to get the win and get even further away from the teams below them and not get dragged to in that relegation battle, which is still there. I still think they are not safe from getting relegated. I don't think Bochum are going to recover from this, but the other teams, I still think there's a big chance that Augsburg might get dragged, especially in that 16th position battle. So it is a big game for Augsburg, and I think they are going to take the advantage of being at home and playing a Bochum side who are not in a good form. I'm going for a 2-0 win for the home side. The next game is Werder Bremen versus Stuttgart. It is 12th versus 9th. Now, just a point separates these two teams. Stuttgart are on 16 points and Bremen are on 15 points. They both have been quite inconsistent. I mean, if I'm being very honest with you, like they will win one weekend, then they go ahead and they lose another weekend. So it is quite hard to predict both of them. And this game again, it is it's going to be very tricky. The Bremen are at home. I think that is a big advantage for them, and and they are playing against a Stuttgart side who went away to away to Australia was the midweek in the Champions League, and they got thrashed by West. Like, no, I really did not think that was gonna happen, and they got like literally thrashed. 5-1 defeat for Stuttgart. So I think that could help Bremen, because Stuttgart already played away last week, and then they played away in the Champions League, and now again they are playing away this weekend as well. So I think that could help Bremen in that regard, that their opponents have to travel so much, and I think that could be the factor that helps them. And I think in the end it is going to be the deciding factor for Bremen's win. I'm going for a very, very close 2-1 win for Werder Bremen. The next game is RB Leipzig versus Wolfsburg. It is 3rd versus 11th now. It just shows, the best RB Leipzig are the best example that as how things change so quickly. About 3 weeks ago, they were on points with Bayern Munich. They were undefeated in the league, and everything was going perfect for them. They were challenging Bayern Munich for the title, and now 3 weeks later, they are 8 points behind them. They are winless in their last 3 games. They have lost 2 of them. They lost last weekend as well. They lost midweek in the Champions League. Well, so everything has gone. The season was going great for them, and it has gone downhill in just a matter of weeks. It has been a really tough month for Leipzig. November has not been really kind to them. They are playing against a Wolfsburg side who are not, they did not start the season really good, but their last 3 or 4 games have been really good. They have won their last 3 games, and they are coming in this game with a lot of momentum and a lot of confidence, and they would hope, they would see that Leipzig are there for the leg, and I think it could be a very tough game for Leipzig. Even though they are at home, they are the home side, but I still think it could turn out to be a very tough game for them, and I don't think they are going to win this game as well. Even if they do, I think it will be very, very close. I would still, if I would be a betting man, I would put my money on the away side, because however what the situation that Leipzig are in, but I'm gonna stay on the fence. I'm not gonna give it to either of them, but I expect goals in this one. I'm going for a 2-all draw between RB Leipzig and Wolfsburg. Then we have Freiburg versus Mönchengladbach. It is 7th versus 6th now. I just like Leipzig. Freiburg have had for like 3 weeks ago, if you would have said that Mönchengladbach are going to be at 6th and Freiburg are going to be on 7th when their match comes up, nobody would have believed you. But the difference in their forms, and it has been quite interesting. Freiburg have gone down, and Mönchengladbach at the same time have had an upward trajectory. They are now in the top 6. Both of them have the same number of points. Both of them have same number of wins, draws, losses. Like, everything is equal between them, and I think it is going to be very, very interesting. But the thing is, the momentum is with Mönchengladbach, and Freiburg, as I said, they are on the downward trajectory, so it's going to be a very interesting game. I just don't see a winner out of this game. I think both of them are going to cancel each other out. If a team wins, I think it will be an away side again, like I said in the last game, but I don't think either of them are going to win it. I think it will end up in a draw, and we are going to get another very exciting game. There are going to be goals in quite a lot of goals, and I am going for another 2-2 draw in this game as well. Then it's one of the biggest games in Europe this weekend. It is Borussia Dortmund versus Bayern Munich. It is sixth versus first. Borussia Dortmund, they have had quite an hit and a miss season. Like, they have been quite inconsistent. When they have been good, they have been brilliant. When they have been bad, they have been atrocious. So it is going to be quite interesting what type of Dortmund come up in this game. They are playing against Bayern Munich, who are at the top of the table. They are still undefeated in the league, so that is quite a big deal for them. It is going to be a very, very good game. Borussia Dortmund, they are 10 points behind Bayern Munich, and they know how important this game is. If they don't win this league, you could probably say that the title is basically done for them, and that is going to be a big deal. Just after 12 games, if you bow out of the title race, that is a huge blow, especially if you are a Dortmund fan. But this could be the game that basically reignites their title challenge, and not just their title challenge, other teams' title challenge as well, because Bayern at the moment, they have a good 6-point lead, so it is a big game. Bayern, they themselves know how important this game is. Basically, if they win this game, they could get one of their biggest rivals out of the title picture. So I think it will be a very interesting game. 2 new coaches going at it, Nuri Sahin versus Vincent Kompany. I think it would be very, very interesting to see how they play up. I'm still not sold by both of them. I don't think that both of them are up for their jobs. they have not really done something spectacular till now to impress me at the moment. So I think this is going to be a very, very interesting game. I just don't see a winner out of it. I think if this could be the game where Borussia Dortmund go out and they they play one of their best games and they destroy Bayern Munich, but Bayern Munich could do the same as well. So that is why I think it will be a very, very tough game. I think both of them are gonna be quite reserved. I think they are gonna go with this mindset that they don't want to lose the game. I think, and that is going to result in us getting to see quite a bad game of football, which you really don't want to see, which you don't really associate with Bayern Munich or Borussia Dortmund. But I think we are going to see a game like that. I think it will end up in a draw, and I think it will be a low scoring draw. I'm going for a 1-1 draw between Borussia Dortmund and Bayern Munich. The next game is Mainz versus Hoffenheim. It is 8th versus 13th. Mainz, they have been, they have 3 or 4 weeks where they are quite are quite bad. They don't know how to win a game, and then they have a month of football where they are just spectacular, and this month has been one of those where they have been spectacular. I mean, they have won 3 games in a row. They are undefeated in their last 4 games, and they are in a really good position coming into this game. And playing against an Hoffenheim side, they have just won once in their last 5 games, and they won last weekend, but I just don't see that continuing. I think it is it will quite it's not going to be quite a good game, especially if you are gonna compare it to the game after between Bayern Munich and Borussia Dortmund. I think it will be a very tight game, very close game. You are not gonna see that much action in this game, but I just think Mainz are gonna somehow in the end edge it, and it will be a very, very close game, but Mainz are gonna win it 1-0. And the last game of a match day 12 in Bundesliga is Heidenheim versus Frankfurt. It is 15th versus 2nd. Heidenheim, they have been all over the place. Their season has continues to go from bad to worse and from worse to worse. It is not having a stop, and I think this could be the weekend where they eventually fall into that relegation spot if my predictions come true, because I think St. Pauli are gonna win and I think Heidenheim are gonna lose. They are playing against a Frankfurt side who have been amazing this season. They are back to second, just 6 points behind Bayern Munich. They have won 3 on the trot. They are undefeated in their last 4 games, and they are it has been an amazing season for Frankfurt till now. They have been the surprise package for a lot of people. Nobody thought that they were going to be this good, and they continue to impress everybody, and I think they are going to continue their winning ways. They are playing against the Heidenheim side, as I said. They have not won once in their last 6-7 games, just 1 point out of the last possible 24. So that's how bad Heidenheim's form is, and I think it is going to continue. I think Frankfurt are going to win it, and I think they are going to win it quite comfortably. They're due up front with Ekiteke and Mamouche. I mean, they are, as I keep on saying, I don't think they are going to stay with Frankfurt for a long period of time. I think this might be the only at the end of this season. I think both of them might leave, especially Mamouche. I don't think he's going to be a Frankfurt player next season, with a lot of other clubs looking for him. So and I think his good run is going to continue as well, and I think Frankfurt are going to win it, and as I said, they are going to win it comfortably. I'm going for a 3-0 win for Frankfurt. And with that, my predictions for match day 12 are complete. As I said, quite a big, a lot of big games. You have Borussia Dortmund, Bayern Munich playing, then you have teams like St. Pauli and Holstein playing as well. So you have 2 big games at the top of the table and at the bottom of the table. So it's going to be quite an interesting weekend. Let me know what you guys thought of my predictions in the comment section below, and make your predictions as well, and we can see whose predictions are correct, mine or wrong. That is it from me in this video. Like the video, share it as well, click on the notification bell, and please subscribe to the channel. We are trying to get to 500 subscribers by the end of this year, so please go ahead and subscribe to the channel and help us out. Until next time, bye bye.